here it is. We're having the protein chat.
Protein.
So I again consumed some media of people like slamming the protein craze, because like you'd have to be.
What do you do all week? Just watch
I prepare for these fucking podcasts. I actually put some effort into these. I obviously, like, protein's the new fitness, like food industry word.
Okay.
It is. Like, you'd have to agree with that. Like, you go everywhere now, it's like they're really kind of marketing the protein.
2 years ago, how you were just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
About everything going on in the world.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well,
so fill me in on the trends.
You know what? That makes for a really fucking hard podcast.
Fill me in on the trends, bro. Fill me in. Tell me. So protein's back. So talk about it again.
Protein food is everywhere. Like, it's in yogurt, it's in bread, it's like in muesli bars, it's in drinks. Like, you would agree that we've moved from
low fat to high protein.
Yeah, right? Like it was carbs, now it's fats, and low carb, now it's low fat, now it's like obviously protein, right? If it's got protein in it, like it's perceived as good. So I was listening to these people kind of going in on the fact that the people already over consuming protein and they shouldn't be having any more of it. Right. And I was like, wrong.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, well, I was like, no, because what they were doing was using like the RDA. So I think it's like 0.8 grams is like the RDA, right? Yeah. But what they don't realize is that is the minimum that you would need to like not fucking fall away. You know, it's kind of like with like vitamin C. Yeah, like the RDA is like, you won't get scurvy if you eat this much. But it doesn't mean you can't have more. You know, so I was like, well, you know, using information that's not actually the baseline of best decisions, right? And then they just went down this fucking road of like Liver King and the same thing again, like with the bros and the meatheads and all this stuff. And I was like, let me get my fucking pitch. Yeah. Stick it in the fucking ground.
Let's get them.
And I was like, more people need protein. The people need more protein the older they get, and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, let's fucking hash it out and make things really, really clear and easy for people. So first thing first, the average protein intake per person would probably sit around, and this is rough numbers, 1.6 grams to 2.2 grams per person.
That's optimal.
I would say that would be
that's what they're actually consuming.
No, that would be the optimal window. That would be recommended by most kind of nutrition, kind of governing bodies or whatever we'll call them. Now, can you eat less than that? Absolutely, right? And that 0.8 grams per kilo is a deficiency prevention number that is also on a population that is inactive. Yeah. So the more active you are, the more protein you need. Yeah. So it's not even like the more weight training you do, just the more active in general. So if you have an active job, if you move around a lot, even if you go for fucking runs and shit, like you're going to need a little more protein than that.
It's like accepted if you do exercise, you need to drink more water.
Absolutely.
It's the same.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a really, really good comparison. So then if you're an active person, you train, you would sit in that 1.6 to 2.2. If you're dieting, some people say that you don't need any more than that 1.6 to 2.2. You can absolutely push it up if you want to put a little bit more protein in there. Dot I's and cross T's to preserve all your muscle mass. Maybe utilize a little bit of that extra protein to just keep you full. And it's a little bit more energetically costly to convert to energy as well. So you can kind of create a little deficit that way too. But you can kind of push things up to 2.5 grams, per kilo is usually kind of the upper ceiling. I mean, I've done up to 4 grams per kilo for a bit. Still here. And that was years ago. So yeah, I would say 1.6 to 2.5 is a good window. And then you would skew that, kind of spectrum based on, or you position yourself on that spectrum based on your goals. Now, higher intakes of protein can make you feel full, so that's great for a diet. Making sure you have adequate intake is obviously great for recovery. And I would say, performance-wise in the gym, there's still your protein intake still kind of facilitates that because it prepares you for the next session, right?
Correct.
So I think for anybody who thinks I didn't not mention muscle mass at all there.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll add is that for a general population, it really refines your nutritional choices.
Oh, yeah.
From an overall nutrition value of your meal.
Yeah.
Like getting that amount, you can't get that from
100%.
shit food.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like the way you comprise a meal.
2 grams per kilo body weight, you can't eat fried food all day.
Nah. No, you can't just eat cereal either.
Correct.
Like you've got to eat or toast for breakfast. You got to have a piece of protein or something with that.
Yeah.
So firstly, I was like, well, these people again, like saying we already eat too much protein, stupid. And then it's like protein's the new buzzword that's causing problems. Again, stupid. Saying that it makes you increases the risk of like illness and all that kind of shit. Again, like not true. So the next thing from there was like just diving into like where they're getting the data from. So it's always like the whole kidney thing, and you have too much protein, stresses out your kidneys, this and that. Where they reference that information is from observational studies. So they look at like a populace of person, and then they look at their mortality rate, and then they look at all of the lifestyle factors. So all they're doing is like just drawing comparisons to like and going, oh, so all of these people who have all of these things in their diet, typically experience these issues. Now, that doesn't mean that like more protein causes kidney problems. Now, the thing to consider though is if you have a kidney condition already, the increase in protein intake is obviously going to affect that in a detrimental way. Yeah. So that's where you go, okay, well, in my circumstance, it's probably better I don't stress my kidneys out, but there's a lot of other fucking things that you have to do as well. Like, it's not just the fucking protein. So, again, like debunking number 3, point that a bunch of random people on the internet decided to. They weren't random people. It's like part of a fucking talk show and shit. I just don't want to name them. Mm-hmm. Don't want to give them the spotlight on our fucking huge platform here. So then the next layer from that was like hammering the marketing and saying that it's useless and saying these products shouldn't be there. They were like, protein shouldn't be in this food. Protein shouldn't be in that food. It's stupid, right? So my counter to that is there's no need to shit on protein-based food. If anything, we should have more protein-based food products because it is actually really fucking hard to hit your protein intake without consuming a ton of first-class protein sources. Yep. So you're talking like eggs, you're talking dairy, you're talking meat products and fish. And you're probably talking more meat, fish, and poultry to get those numbers in on that above 2 grams per kilo. So why would you say to anybody like, hey, you don't need to have that yogurt that's got a little bit more protein, or you don't need to have that cereal that's fortified? You know what I mean? Like, I just think like the more options people have,
the better.
The easier it is to kind of hit those numbers, and hitting those numbers is important.
Yeah,
because of all the things that we just spoke about. So I was like, do you guys know what you're fucking talking about? Or
it's so weird because it's like the first one that like when we started, it was like we were talking about demonizing of macronutrients, right? It's fucking Atkins cuts out carbohydrates or like fat's bad for you, and we had to like, no, fat's good, you need it. Like we were on the stop buying low fat, stop buying like now it's like this is the one that
I'm like, this is the food
good
movement.
One.
This is the food movement you've gotten right.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the one that we need to kind of stand
get behind
for.
This one.
Yeah, it's like the protein push, and then it's like in conjunction with like whole grains and plants. It's like if you get those 3 and like healthy fats, it's like you've nailed it.
Which if you're eating enough meat products, you probably get.
But you've nailed your diet. Like that's the thing that I'm happy to stand here and kind of support.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did you just have like a bad day and like you were just shitting on the protein side of things? Like, is it just something to talk about? But
yeah,
I just think if you're time poor, you're capped for, or you just don't have the mind to create high protein goods like meals, then why would you not want those options available to you?
Yeah, I think about the general person in these conversations, not even someone that goes to the gym. So you go to the gym, you've got awareness, you're already doing stuff that most people don't do. Like most people don't exercise enough, they don't whatever. And there's so much push around how convenient everything is and that it's fucking these products are killing everyone and blah, blah, blah. And then you have something come in that's really well marketed, that's really successful, that actually is a net positive to, like, our parents.
Like, yeah, well, I'm going there next.
Like, that, if you can get the average 30-year-old to consume Chobani instead of, say, like, they have Chobani protein yogurt instead of
vanilla,
fucking ski.
Yeah, vanilla. Yeah, that's it. Your plate ski.
Yeah, like how much...
Turn it back the clock.
Yeah, ski was the fucking bomb.
Yeah,
I just haven't had yogurt for so long. That's the only one I remember.
can tell.
It's just been Chobani. But, like, if you swap those, that's a positive impact.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then instead of getting a Big M, you get a Rockaby.
Yeah.
That's a positive impact. Like, it just doesn't make sense to... Like, I hope that happens.
Yeah, the irony is that, like, these people will then push, like, a balanced diet.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that mean for you?
Yeah.
Then, like, what does that mean? Like, explain what balanced is. Then.
Yeah.
It's like, it contradicts everything.
Do you think there's people going to the extreme? Because it's
well, they only eat protein-based food? I doubt it.
Yeah.
It's just like maybe some people would be looking at the food and going, it's better because it's got protein in it potentially. But then I kind of would sit there and be like,
it is.
Yeah, I don't know. In this scenario, for most things that I can think of, I'd be like, yeah, well, it's probably not going to hurt because most people just I don't consult with people a lot. Let's say 5 years ago, because now I'm like working with physique orientated individuals and athletes and competitors and stuff. So before that, they all didn't eat enough protein.
Yeah.
Like, so
I'm
even
still, I have people that, like, the average person that comes to me has been in the gym for 3 years.
I'm talking
they
like
still don't
60
eat
grams
protein.
a day, dude.
Yeah,
like 60 grams, and that's not just like
it's a meal.
The small person.
Yeah,
I'm talking 60 grams for someone who's like 90 kilos.
Yeah.
So I'm not sitting here like, now that we have the convenience of getting these foods in, going, that's bad. It's like, that's the biggest hole that we've always needed to fill. And then leading on to the last thing that everybody doesn't understand is that the older you get, the more protein you need.
Yeah.
Because your muscle waste or your muscle breakdown increases and then your muscle protein synthesis decreases. So you're going to have a higher breakdown than, because they don't run together, they run independently, and then it's just like, what's the net?
Yep.
If the breakdown's above the synthesis, guess what? You're withering away over here.
Yeah.
So because of that, older people need to eat more protein. I was actually watching this thing today while I was doing cardio. That's why, actually, because I'm doing all this cardio at the moment.
Yeah, that's
so
why I
can consume stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm making good use of my time by consuming things that are relevant to the people. So I saw this thing where this nutritionist was saying that anyone over the age of 50 could benefit from consuming a meal between 40 and 60 grams of protein per meal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she was going off like they eat 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So when I looked at the recommendations, 1.2 grams to 1.5 is kind of a good sweet spot. But like there's like a scale where it's like the older you get, that can go up to 1.7, 1.8, whatever. If I look at, say, my parents as just an example, in their 60s, I reckon they would eat 40 grams a day.
Yeah.
And then every now and then they'll have like,
which is their meat and veg for dinner, right?
Yeah, that's it. They might have like a Bushman's cutlet, and it's like, they'll eat 80 grams one day.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you average it out, like some days they'll eat 30. Sometimes they have like vegetarian options for dinner. So then it's like we have toast for breakfast and an orange juice. So
sandwich.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So to slow down the muscle breakdown, higher protein intakes and resistance training will actually improve.
Yeah.
Overall, like it'll slow that kind of aging process down. And it also, what I think people don't realize is like change the quality of life stuff. So you got to think like more independence, more mobility, kind of less falls, like kind of overall kind of just better choices.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's nothing to do with being a fucking meathead there.
Yeah.
Like it's all got to do with making this person move and feel and be better. if this person wanted to get jacked, maybe they would have to consume a tiny bit more protein.
Yeah, and you would assume that also results in a positive body composition change for like calorie intake. All of that is going to be improved. Because I'm just thinking about like the normal person. The net calories consumed if you started to push towards these protein-based foods. You would probably eat arguably a more balanced diet than just having carbs every meal.
Yeah.
I feel like that leads to less people that are overweight, which is obviously all-cause mortality is probably, that's the leading thing.
Yeah, I understand.
It's going to be body composition. So, yeah, I just feel like there's net positives everywhere for that general population. And then for the meatheads, it's fucking so great because you can actually I've got an hour drive home. I'm stuck at the service station.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a Dare iced coffee. I could have a Rockaby, or I could have an
The
Oak
access
Plus,
is mad. There's no excuses to not hit your numbers. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only caveat I'll say, like, obviously for our true listeners, like people who train, people who invest in their physique and obviously want to improve it, either muscle size or leanness, is now that there's this huge variety of protein-based products, they shouldn't make the foundation of your food choices.
That's exactly where I was going to go.
Yeah, it's like you still want to have like a good foundation of like, you know, we'll call them like first-class foods.
Yeah.
So it's like protein sources, whole grains.
Foods that rot.
Yeah, fruits, plants, like those types of things. Like they should all be like really good starches. They should be all really good foundation foods for you. And then it's like you drip those other things on top of it. And then there's going to be circumstances. Oh, I don't have a meal. I don't have a microwave. Oh, I can just get this for this acute time. Like it shouldn't be, I'll go to those foods first and neglect, you know, the meal prep and the proper compositions of the food stuff, right?
Yeah, so I was going to play devil's advocate from the argument side that, well, because there's all these protein-based foods, you fall into the trap of grabbing a Rocky Road Musashi bar that's 20 grams of protein.
Yeah.
No, it's healthy, bro.
Yeah, and substituting that for a meal that you could have made.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not
Agreed.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah,
Like,
so I think for the general population, that's probably the only argument you could make.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, don't eat protein spiked food as your main source of nutrition.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, absolutely.